Welcome to Copilot 411. Today, we've got a beast to talk about. A pretty large quadcopter. This is the Contixo F35. As you can see, it's a pretty large drone, and it's definitely not under 250 grams. So if you have one of these and you're flying it, you need to have your FAA certification to be flying it. Now, again, big drone, but it has some advantages. It's got brushless motors, large props, it's pretty fast, it's very powerful. It's nice to handle. Even when you have a windy day, the weight of this, the large size of the props and the large brushless motors that this has makes it nice to fly even on a windy day. It battles the wind really well and maintains itself. It is GPS, so it will maintain its position, and when you park it, it's going to stay there. A couple of other features of this drone: it does have a 2-axis gimbal, which means that it's going to turn this way, so when you are banking this way, the image will stay stationary. It won't turn like the drone, it will actually stay stationary and you'll see a steady image. So it's a 2-axis gimbal. It does have a 4K 30 frames per second capability to record in, which we'll talk about that video quality in just a minute. The drone itself does have a TF card on board, which is right here, and that's nice because recording to a TF card on the drone gives you a better image quality than if you were transmitting that video back to your phone through a Wi-Fi connection where you would have some lag and loss of signal. The battery fits in the top. A lot of drones you see today, the battery fits in the back. These larger drones, the battery fits in the top. Now this is an 11.1, I believe 2500 milliamp battery. This battery charges right here with a micro HDMI port right there. So you can just charge it, plug it in, charge it, and go. It does have some indicator lights right here. When you press the power button, it will tell you how many indicator lights are on it, how much battery charge it has. And then when you insert it, the same button you use to test the battery, you press and hold, and it will turn the drone on and it will cycle through its normal operational startups. The remote is not bad. It does have nice fold-out handles, which we kind of like because you can maintain good control even after you put the phone in the phone holder. So this one, you set your phone in, you Wi-Fi it to the drone, and then you pair your drone with the remote, kind of like you would any other. It does have workable, usable antenna. The drone itself has very few buttons, which is nice because you only need a few to tell it what it needs to do. You have your stop button, which that's an emergency stop. You press that if you just want that drone to stop and drop. You have your power button, your return to home button, and then this is a swappable button between cameras, but there's a small optical flow camera on the bottom, but it's low resolution. You wouldn't use that for much anyway. Now on the top, you do have a picture button, a record button for video. You've actually got your tilt button here because you can angle your camera up and down. So you've got your left and you got your axis this way, and then you have your axis up and down. But this right here lets you take and move that camera up and down as you're in flight, so you can choose what you want to watch and look at other things in different elevations. It does have on this side a wheel for magnification, so you can zoom in. Now it allows you to zoom in on what you see on your phone. It doesn't record the zoom, but it does allow you to see it on your phone. So if you're out flying and you go, hey, what's that? And you zoom in, you can see it on your phone. You just won't have it recorded to the SD card as a zoom. Not a deal breaker, but it's kind of a neat feature because Not many of these have zoom. Again, it's GPS. It holds its position very well. It works good when it works. And the reason I say that is because, well, we've had a couple of these. One didn't work at all, and one struggled to work and then got it to work, and then it would do some weird stuff while it was in the air. It would be out, you know, a couple hundred feet and up a couple hundred feet in the air, and it would just start toilet bowling just uncontrollably until you get it back and set it back down. And sometimes you can recalibrate and it would solve that issue, and you could go out and fly and not have any issues. Both of these are temperamental. I would say that the Contixo F35 is not as consistent as a lot of other drones, because if you turn it on and you calibrate it, you expect it to lock in on GPS, and when it takes off, you expect to be able to do a yaw and it not toilet bowl. And sometimes it does that, but sometimes it'll toilet bowl, or it'll, while you're flying straight, it'll want to drift to one side or the other. So you've got to pay attention to this drone, because again, it's not as consistent as it really needs to be. And I don't like to talk negative, but Contixo has no customer support, or at least in my experience and our experience here with Copilot 411, we've not been able to get anyone from customer support to address any of the issues that we've had. We've used the app and reported through their customer service thing, help on the app, and no responses. You'll call the 1-800 number and it'll tell you to leave a message, and then it'll come back and say, hey, the thing is full and you can't leave a message, and call back later, we're all busy, and that kind of stuff. But never have we gotten any reply back from customer service through Contixo. Maybe you've had better luck, but we just have not. And that's something you may want to know. If you're going to buy a product, you kind of want to be able to talk to somebody there and say, hey, I've got a problem. Can you help me with it? And again, we have yet to have any response back from the emails and the phone calls and the reporting through the app, and none of it has given us any reply back. So just be warned that that may be an issue if you happen to purchase one, or you may have one. And if you've had better luck and you've got a secret number that we can call, reach out to us in the comments. We would love to know it. So anyway, other than that, when it's working, it's got pretty good flight characteristics. Again, brushless motors makes it fast. GPS makes it stay where you put it. It's got good feed. We've taken it out 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet. No FPV loss, no loss with the remote to the drone. When it's working, it does a pretty good job. The images are pretty good. They're 4K, 30 frames per second. And when you watch the videos here in a minute, you can see for yourself that the image quality is pretty good. There's a little graininess in it, but that's, again, not a deal breaker. It's still pretty good images. So we want you to make up your mind. That's why we do these reviews. You've heard me talk about it. Now we're going to let you see the videos and the pictures of all the equipment that you get. So let's take a look at the videos now. welcome back. Hope you had a chance to watch the videos and see the pictures of all the equipment that you have in this unit. What'd you think? Images are pretty good. You know, when it flies well, it flies pretty darn good. And what you see from the video recording, it's pretty good imagery. And at distance, we didn't have a problem. 500 feet, 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet. Connection was great. FPV was great. Responsiveness to the drone, to the remote, was always good. But what are your thoughts? You know, leave us a comment in the bottom. Let us know if you've got one that you've had good luck with, or you've got one that you had bad luck with. Let us know. We'd love to hear about it. But we want to make sure that this was informative. And we hope you've learned something. We hope you've been able to see something that's educated you about this drone and the video quality that you can get with it. We would ask you to like and subscribe our channel. And we thank you for watching. And as always, happy flying.